All right, everybody. Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal. I'm here with Kyle. Today, this is episode number 3. We're still at our table. The studio is still under construction, but it'll be done in a bit, and it'll be pretty cool.
Making progress.
If you guys, for some reason, watch the podcasts, but you're not subscribed to my main channel, which the odds are small, get on it because we're making a bunch of cool videos. Like this one. We're painting along with Bob Ross, and it's pretty terrible, but...
Speak for yourself. I think mine's pretty good.
Yeah. Kyle drew
I'm selling for starting at $50 if anyone would like to buy.
If you're listening, Kyle and I followed along with Bob Ross, and it was like some cabin in the woods type thing at sunset, and then we got bored, and Kyle decided to draw a grizzly bear that was 6 times the size of a human and 2 planes having a battle in midair.
Kind of just went from there.
Yeah. But anyways, before we start and hop into all the stuff we have to talk about this week, or this episode, my dad and I the other night were watching the news, and there was this well, I don't usually watch the news. My dad was watching it. I probably should, though. But there was an absolutely insane story, and I haven't told Kyle yet because I wanted to do it on the podcast because we were mind blown. So there was a lady in a hospital who is 29 years old. She's been in a coma for 14 years. Okay.
Jeez.
So she's been in this hospital for 14 years, but then the whole reason it was on the news is because she just gave birth to a baby.
Wait.
And yeah, she's been in a coma for 14 years.
How'd she get pregnant?
So that's the whole thing is like none of the workers in this entire hospital realized that she was pregnant for 9 months. No one knew, which is, first of all, that's weird because you would think that her stomach would get like bigger, right?
Yeah.
Like, because she was pregnant. But I don't know, like, if maybe it got bigger, but since she was always lying down in the bed in a coma, maybe it, like, kind of was compressed.
So does this mean what I think it means?
Yeah, yes. So now they're doing this.
God.
There's this whole investigation now to go back, like, 9 months. I don't know exactly what they're going to do or how they're going to do it, but I assume they would go back and look at the security footage or see who had contact with this lady. And the way that they found that she was giving birth is she started moaning, and she hasn't made any noises in 14 years because
Did she come back to? Is she awake?
No. That's the thing. Like she was
coma,
just like, well, I assume she was moaning loud because she's like literally giving birth. Like,
oh my gosh.
But that's the first noise she's made, and so people rushed in there and like called 911. They at the hospital, like they played a recording of the phone conversation with whoever the hospital called, and they were like, "We don't know what's happening. She's been in a coma. Like, what's happening?" It was just crazy. So, yeah, somebody.
Is the baby healthy?
Well, I don't know. They didn't really say that. I assume. I don't know. It's crazy to me that a lady who's in a coma, because they like feed her through a tube.
That's really messed up, though.
Well, yeah, someone literally raped this lady. Like some worker. It's really messed up. But I just thought that was absolutely mind-blowing. What my dad and I were saying, like, what would have also been really crazy is if like she woke up from the coma by giving birth, but she's still in a coma.
Do you remember things if you're in I know you're not this might be a dumb question. I know you're not conscious, but I feel like I've heard stories of people remembering people talking to them when they're in a coma.
Yeah.
But they aren't conscious for it.
Yeah, I mean, they say that when you're in a coma, like, to still, or if you have a loved one in a coma, to still talk to them and give them hope because they think subconsciously the brain can, like, still sort of hear things.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
It was just it's really messed up.
14 years, too, in a coma?
Yeah, so not trying to make it sound like that's, like, we were just, like, super, like, oh, my God, it's so cool. Like, it's not cool. It was just, like... super messed up, but it was just absolutely insane that a baby was born that way. Wow. And the baby is alive as far as I'm aware, at least when it was on the news a couple days ago. Jeez. So yeah, anyways, in a less messed up sense, we found Kyle's water bottle that he has been missing for literally 2 years.
No, it's been a year.
A year.
It was literally almost exactly a year. It was when Luke was over. It was in January of last year.
Oh, okay. So it's not that, but yeah. So
1 year.
You want to tell?
So I had just bought. I think it's not a word, is it? My mom had just purchased me a hydro flask, and I was so hyped about it. It's my first hydro flask. I just loved it. And we were at John's house, and then we were gonna go to somebody else's house, and then I was like, "Oh, where's my water bottle?" I had it with me. I knew for a fact I had it with me, and I was sitting on the couch, and it was just gone. We tore apart the whole house.
Literally tore apart.
I searched everywhere on the couch. I swear on everything.
I remember he went through every single nook and cranny and every crack.
I even started interrogating people. I was like, all right, you took my water bottle and you hid it from me. You stole my water bottle.
Yeah.
But no.
It was, and then he looked in our whole garage. He looked upstairs.
I actually saw John's new Hydro Flask the other day, and I accused him that it was my Hydro Flask that he had taken from me.
Yeah, Kyle thought that my new gray one, because his was gray, and my sister gave me one for Christmas, and he thought I stole his. But then, okay, this is where it gets crazy. The other night, I was watching a movie with my family, and I sat down in like the corner of this couch, and I reached back to like grab a pillow, and I just felt, I didn't even put my hand deep. I just barely put it in the couch. And I just felt a metal thing, and I reach a little bit more down and yank out Kyle's Hydro Flask. It was right there.
Right where I knew where I was sitting, where I looked for hours.
He literally, like, and he was convinced that it was there, but it's just so funny that somehow we could not find it until now.
I thought it, like, I just gave up, and I was like, I probably just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Someone's playing a trick on me.
Yeah. Sorry, I turned us down a little bit, but I'm going to turn us back up a little bit. All right. So, yeah, that was pretty funny. But and it was still full with water, so
yeah, it's probably not good.
I just kind of said that to try and transition.
Did you drink out of it?
Oh. I did not. I was trying to transition to the next thing, which is really bad transition. But Kyle and I are running a marathon, which I think we've mentioned once, like a little bit. But how's your training going so far?
It's good. I'm following a training program, starting off slow. I'm not a runner. Like, I was an athlete in high school, but I never was a runner.
Yeah.
Man, I hate running so much.
Yeah, I remember the first day Kyle had to run like 2 miles or 3 miles or something, and you were like,
I went out way. I don't know how to pace myself very well, so I went out way too fast.
Started cramping up and everything.
Yeah, I couldn't get through a mile before I was like I had a side ache.
Yeah,
I was done.
So we're both kind of training for this, and so for the marathon, it's literally in like 6 months, so we have a while. But we went to a runner store to get running shoes because we don't really have real running shoes. Yeah. And even the worker at the store, he's like, hey, like, how's it going, guys? Like, how come you're getting new shoes today? We're like, oh, we're running a marathon. And he's like, why? And I'm
like, dude, you work at a running store, don't you run? He's like, yeah, no longer than like a 5K.
Yeah.
We're like, all right.
So even the guy serving us was like, yeah, man, I would never do that. That's like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was pretty cool. They put you through like a whole little routine.
Yeah,
and
they had us run on a treadmill barefoot, and they like analyzed our steps. And he told me I've got really skinny heels. I got skinny heels.
Sick, dude. Yeah, no. It was pretty cool. But and then another thing, so that's kind of that for the marathon update. We'll update you guys periodically because eventually Kyle will get to a point where he has to run how many miles? Like
eventually, well, just about every Saturday it's gonna go up and up. Right now, like I'm running 4 days a week, and it's usually 3 or 4 miles. But then on Saturdays the bigger runs, and next week I think is only 4, but it's going to go up like 1 mile a week, and it's going to get to 20 miles. And at that point, it's like, why am I running 20 miles? Might as well run the marathon. Yeah.
Just imagine waking up, you finished work for the week. You're like, man, I'm so glad it's Saturday. You just got to run 20 miles.
Just got to run 20 miles and ruin my whole day.
Yeah. But anyway, so then on top of the marathon stuff, me and my buddy Jordan, we call him Shim, but we wanted to do this 30 Days of Hell challenge for a YouTube video. So we're in the process. We just started it, and basically it's like every day you do something terrible that just really sucks, like workout wise. And we thought it'd be funny to add on top of that, like, oh, you also have to drink a gallon of water every day, which is good for you. So I have my gallon right here. But what happened was we worked out at midnight, and we went till 3 a.m, and I drank like almost a whole gallon or in like 4 hours, or like 3/4 of the gallon or whatever. Drank way too much water. But
didn't you like cramp up, like get like a stomach cramp?
Not really. Oh, I was sweating a ton.
So when I drink too much water, it like bounces around in your stomach.
Oh, and it's all like yeah. But anyways, I'm getting somewhere with this. So I got home, and I went between 5 a.m. when I went to sleep and 10 a.m. I took a piss 9 times.
Jeez, was it clear?
Yeah, dude. It's like it's just
such
like
a good
water.
feeling when you have clear pee.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, I'm so hydrated.
Yeah. On road trips though, or like travel days, I intentionally don't drink any water because I don't want to have to go to the bathroom.
It was like the last day of our road trip. I had to pee so bad, but I just didn't want to stop for a bathroom because I wanted to get through the drive.
We literally are in like Oregon, like 4 hours away. Kyle's like, oh God, I have to go pee so bad.
I didn't pee from probably 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. that day.
Yeah, it's the whole time like, yo, we can just pull over. It'll take like 5 minutes. He's like, no, I just want to get home.
Yeah.
But so I've been peeing a whole bunch, and I had a couple of questions pop up that I wanted to ask you about peeing, and I want to see if I'm the only one. So, do you ever when you pee have your what's it called? Your stream come out where it's like not unified stream at all?
Double
it just
shot?
sprays the double shot.
The double shot's the worst.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, oh, which one do I aim? And then either way, you're peeing on the floor.
Yeah.
And then you feel like an idiot, like scrubbing pee on the floor.
Do you ever have it where like it just like comes out and it goes like every direction, and like sometimes it gets on your shorts too?
Every direction. How many? What?
Well, not like every direction, but like as opposed to just two straight ones, it's kind of more of just like a.
Sometimes I have where it's like a stream, and then like it like there's drops coming out
Yeah,
the bottom,
how does
and it's
that
like how it's
happen?
going in my pants now.
Yeah, and sometimes like I'm not trying to sound like I like piss everywhere all the time. This is every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's usually when you have a weaker stream. Like if you
it's like a once in a week kind of deal. You'll
Yeah.
have a double stream, or just like you'll think you have it angled right, but you don't. Do you ever have that where like you think you're angling right, but you're just not close at all?
How do you miss that bad? The bowl is so big.
I know, but sometimes maybe it's coming at a different angle than I expected. Sometimes where I'm just like, I think I'm aiming and then it goes straight down, and I'm like, oh damn. So like, basically I got to clean myself up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then another thing is like, if I'm like if I know I'm gonna be meeting with someone or like some event where people are gonna like where like my appearance really matters, I'll avoid wearing gray shorts just in the event that I have to go take a piss and it like sprays everywhere and I get the multi-stream and it gets on my pants.
Never really thought about that.
Yeah, it's kind of because there's nothing worse than pissing on yourself and no way to hide it.
I do that with shirts though. Like I don't wear gray shirts because dude, my armpits out of control every time I'm on the podcast.
After we finished recording, Kyle just like he's like, bro, they're like drenched.
I know. It's not even. I'm not hot. I'm cold right now.
Yeah.
And it just makes me colder.
Are you nervous?
No.
Are you scared?
No, it's not that I'm like it happened when I was driving too. It's just if my arms are down by my sides like this for a while. So like, in fact, maybe I'll just start sitting like this. But if my arms are down
If my arms are down,
my arms are down by my sides, then I just sweat. I've gotten like 96-hour antiperspirant. Does not work.
Doesn't work.
Does not work.
It's a scam. Yeah, I'm in the road trip. Like the last few hours, Kyle was driving, and both his arms were just like up in the air.
Yeah.
All right. The next pee question that I have for you is, do you ever sit down to pee? Because that's a big. I feel like it's a whole big like debate thing. Not a debate.
If I'm gonna take a dump, I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stand up, pee, and then sit down and take a dump. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna sit down.
Yeah. But it like, for example, for me in the mornings when I first wake up at like 6 a.m. when I'm exhausted, I'll just go sit on the toilet, pull out my phone, and obviously like I pee every morning. But even if I don't have to take a dump, I'm just like sitting there for like 10 minutes on my phone to like wake up.
No, I never really. No.
Yeah.
I never just sit and pee.
I mean, I won't do it like during the day, but in the morning.
But if we're talking about mornings are hard to pee for obvious reasons.
Yes.
If you're a guy, you know.
Does yours sting?
If it doesn't sting.
Yeah. I know a lot of guys who, and I thought this was for everybody, but if you're, trying to pee in the morning and you're having like, and you go. Yeah, you are erect, and you're trying to pee because you have to go really bad. It just stings so bad.
I wouldn't say it stings. Jeez, you have like an STD or something.
A lot of guys, even in high school,
get checked, dude.
No, there was a time when I asked. I was with like a whole group of people, and I asked everybody, and they're like, half of them were like, yeah, like it hurts really bad.
Maybe
like,
they all have the same STD. Stop hanging out with those people.
Don't have an STD. Can you when you start peeing? Can you stop midstream, or does that hurt?
No, that
you?
Hurts.
Really?
Can you do it?
I mean, I can.
Well, I can, but I would never do it unless I needed to.
It doesn't hurt me though.
It doesn't feel. It doesn't like.
It doesn't.
Hurt. It's just like
Yeah. Okay, if you sit down to take a dump, can you start your dump while you're peeing? Or do you
pee first?
But like, is that something that like your body feels like it has to do? Like you have to pee
Well, it's
all
just
the
like
way through, and then
it's easier to come out, so it just comes out first. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like if I'm
okay.
If I'm flexing my abs, like trying to push, that's gonna come out first.
But have you ever sat down on the toilet when you really just like you haven't gone pee or poop in a long time, so you just go sit down and it just all comes out the second you sit down.
Maybe if I have like food poisoning or something, it's all coming out at the same time. I'm just peeing out of both holes.
Okay. I have one more. Pee question. So after you, damn it, Kyle just spilled on the table. It's try to wipe it up with your hand.
It's all good. I got it.
After you pee, do you just shake your dick, or do you ever actually grab toilet paper to wipe off the excess pee?
Like, wait, what? Do I use toilet paper to like wipe my dick?
Yeah, like because there's like a little bit of pee left.
No,
and everybody just does the shake.
I shake. Do you use toilet paper?
No. I was wondering if anybody does.
I'll use toilet paper like if I had a double stream and then get
to wipe up the floor.
Yeah. There's people that will just leave pee on the toilet seat. I don't know. I grew up with like my mom and my sister, so I always like close the toilet seat. I always just because they would get mad at me if I didn't. Yeah. So I always clean up after myself. But there's some people that just I go in their bathroom. I'm like, you pee everywhere and you don't clean it up. It's on the floor. It's like all over the rim. Ugh.
Yeah, my mom would have killed me if I ever did that. Do you feel like you have the confidence in your pee to pee without lifting up the bowl, like obviously lifting up the lid?
I've done it a couple times, but it's hard at the end when it like slows down. Then you just kind of
your trajectory changes.
Yeah, you'd kind of have to like scoot up a little bit to like be over because it's gonna go straight down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have done it.
Okay.
It's not usually.
What happens in our marathon if we have to? Assume we're gonna be drinking a ton of water. What's the situation?
Do you have to pee? I don't know. I think there's probably porta potties.
Dude, those are the worst.
But we're in the middle of Seattle too, so there's not like a tree we can just like stop up behind. It's like we're in the city.
Yeah. Have you seen those videos or pictures of marathon runners who just like piss themselves? Like
I'm not doing that.
Or just shit themselves.
That's like
down?
Intense people though. Like if they're going for a time, you're like an Olympian and you just got to take a dump. You got to take a dump.
Yeah. If you had to take a piss, do you think taking
worse.
a piss, if you had to take a piss really, really bad and you do, or taking a dump that you have to take really, really bad, which one like feels better to get out of your system?
Oh, probably taking a pee.
Yeah.
But like I would rather have to pee really bad than have to take a dump.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel
because it's like it's a more simple process. Like I can just be like, oh, I got to pee really bad and just like go and pee somewhere. But if I have to take a dump, like I wouldn't want to go in a porta potty. Like I'm fine peeing in a porta potty. I don't want to take a dump in a porta potty. And then it's just like a bigger process, especially if I'm running a marathon. If I have to pee really bad, that's fine. I'll go pee. Yeah. But man, if I have to take a dump during the marathon, that's gonna suck.
That is. I'm confused. You said that you would rather, like, if you're on a road trip, you would rather have to go pee really bad than take a dump really bad?
Yeah.
Dude, but when you have to go pee, it's like it affects your whole body. Like you start like shaking and
it's the same. Have you ever had to just really take?
I don't have much of an issue having to take a dump. I've never gotten to a point where like the dump is about to come out. Like I can feel it on the verge of coming out.
I've been there.
It doesn't make me shake or like,
Well, you haven't been where I've been.
Okay.
I've never pooped my pants, but man, I've been close.
So Kyle and I had this list. We were coming up on our road trip back. We had a lot of time to think and to talk, spend quality time with each other. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about kind of something similar to that. And we came up with a list of things or feelings that feel so good that they're almost like equivalent of an orgasm, or as close as you can get to an orgasm. Is that a bad way to describe it?
No, yeah. That's a good way to describe it.
So we have a list of things that we collectively came up with that feel so great, and so we're going to just go through them and kind of talk them out. So peeing when you really have to take a piss.
Yeah.
Pooping when you really have to take a dump.
Yeah.
Drinking water when you're parched.
That's up there.
Feels really good.
Yeah. I used to like after I'd be playing outside for a long time, I would come in and just turn on my faucet and just drink out of the sink, and
you just chug
water. Yeah,
it's crazy how much faster you can chug water when you're really thirsty, and it tastes so good.
I know. You know what the worst was though? Like in elementary school, when I come back from recess and I'm really thirsty, and then there's the kids at the water fountain. It'd be like 1, 2, 3, next, and then there'd be the kid that would just be like, just like slurping on water for like 10 seconds. You'd be like, next, and you're like pointing him on the shoulder, and he just not moving, and it's just.
I thought that was a stupid rule.
I agree, but also it sucked being the kid in the back that's just waiting to get his water, and there's just this kid that's just like.
I guess it does suck if you actually like abide by the rules. You're a rule abider.
Yeah,
you're a good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never broken the law. Well, probably. I guess we ran from the cops.
Oh, we did. That's another story.
Did we even talk? We might have talked about it on the first podcast.
Maybe. I don't remember. We can look back. All right, this one I genuinely think is probably one of the best feelings is a warm shower after being out in the snow or like being freezing. It stings at the start and it like hurts really bad, but then you just get overwhelmed with like.
Same with like washing your hands after playing outside, like playing basketball outside or something. Your hands are freezing and it just burns.
Yeah, and they're dirty and gross like black. And like yeah, that feels really good. A pedicure. I added the pedicure to the list. Kyle's never got a pedicure, so he can't experience how great it feels.
My feet are a little frightening.
Do you think are your feet ticklish?
Yeah.
So you think you'd be able to like would you just squirm around when they're
maybe
like,
depends how rough they are.
Yeah. You think they talk shit about you?
Oh, for sure.
Cause like my mom and I went and like my toes are all jacked up and really gross and like messed up and they like I was like kept squirming around and like giggling and the ladies were just talking in like Vietnamese or whatever and I think they were talking shit about me.
Probably.
All right, this next one we both agreed is probably one of the best. Stretching so loud that you squeal or that you yell.
So loud.
Stretching.
Like stretching so much that you just
okay.
Like,
yes.
It's like when you wake up and it's just that. That one. Yeah, you get all kinds of sounds that you never knew you could make.
Yeah,
just like
your voice like goes back to when you were in like 5th grade.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the last one we have here is a runner's high, which I've just experienced recently when we've been training. But I feel so incredibly good after a long run,
especially if it's like if you did good or if you did better than you did before. Like the other day I ran. It was the first time I ran 3 miles without stopping, because my other ones because I haven't been pacing myself
like ever.
Well,
or since
I don't know,
like,
maybe
okay,
but since I've been training, I guess. But after I did it, I was like, damn, I feel so sick right now.
Yeah, and then your whole day after you work out, your whole day is like you just feel better,
especially if it's like early in the morning too.
Yeah, because then you get back and it's only like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. or whatever. So another list that Kyle and I have been kind of molding over the past month or so, every time I hang out with Kyle, I find a new thing that kind of annoys him or pisses him off. The list is now quite big of things that annoy him. So we're on our road trip. I also learned a lot more. So we're going to go through some of these and Kyle, I guess you can share your stance on them.
Yeah.
So people that drink milk after cereal, which I don't know how that pisses you off because I feel like everybody does that.
I think it goes back because my sister did that when we were younger, and she'd just always try to get under my skin. For some reason that bugged me. I don't know. I just like I've never liked milk. I think milk is disgusting. It makes you just want to yak. Like
you eat cereal with milk.
But I'm not like drinking the milk.
But you're still drinking it when you take a spoonful of cereal.
But there's cereal in there, so it's different. Like if there's flavor in there, the flavor of milk is so gross.
So why do you use regular milk? Why don't you use almond milk or coconut milk?
All gross. It's all gross. But yeah, I know. Just when picking up a bowl,
you just waste so much milk then.
Fine. I don't care.
It's so wasteful.
I get it if it's chocolate, like if it's you're eating Cocoa Puffs and it's chocolate milk. That's acceptable.
Yeah, hold on. The other day you bought an entire half gallon of chocolate milk.
No, I like chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's good.
That's milk. It's literally milk.
But there's sugar in it, so it tastes good.
But you can't say you hate milk and then drink chocolate milk. You dislike.
I don't like.
You don't like it as much.
Straight up milk is gross. Flavored milk is all right. Strawberry milk's gross. That's so unnatural.
Basically, you only like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Number 2, when your cheeseburgers fall apart. I feel
like everyone can agree on that one. That's the worst.
Probably my biggest pet peeve is not necessarily cheeseburgers, but just any food when you're eating it and halfway through the bun to meat ratio
Yeah.
They're not the same size.
You know what sucks too is when you get a hot dog that's way longer than your bun, and then you're like just eating straight hot dog, which is so gross. Eating straight up hot dog. There was the kids that would be like, yeah, can I get a hot dog with no bun? And then they're just like eating their hot dog. It's so gross.
That is disgusting.
It's literally just every kind of meat possible blended into this weird like phallic shaped.
It's weird. Hot dogs are one of those things where I would never like choose to eat a hot dog like on my own, like at my own house. I would only eat a hot dog at an event or something.
It would only like at a Mariner game or something, or if we're camping and we're just roasting them on the fire, because that's all right. But if it's a boiled hot dog,
oh, bro,
I used to eat those a lot when I was a kid, and thinking about it, it's so gross.
And then there's the people who like the parents who like they boil a hot dog and then cut it up and put it in with the kids' mac and cheese.
Oh, my dad used to do that. I used to always ask for that. I'm like, can I get a hot dog and mac and cheese? Dude, I used to eat those cheese dogs.
What?
It was like hot dog with like had like a little bit of cheese inside of it.
No.
Thinking about that now is disgusting. But I think I wrote that in like one of my first grade things. It was like things that are my favorite foods, and I wrote cheese dogs.
Oh no. Do you like stuffed crust?
Yeah, that's good.
Really?
But that's like good cheese. Well, it depends on what cheese.
Not really.
But like the hot dogs, it's literally like Cheese Whiz.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I know.
You know that canned cheese?
I used to have that. I know. I used to have that all the time.
That's gross. Kyle doesn't like DiGiorno pizza.
It's not that I don't like it.
I'm just mind blown because to me DiGiorno is like the superior of all frozen pizza brands.
No, Red Baron is, or California Pizza Kitchen, or anything else. DiGiorno, just their crust. I don't know if it's just I've had it multiple times, but the most recent time I had it, the crust was literally half the pizza, and I almost it was like cardboard, and I almost choked on it. I had to like stop myself for a second. I was like choking on their crust.
But the crust is my favorite part of the pizza. Like when any sort of pizza, I
agree.
I'll bite around the crust first because I like to, because I think it'll fill me up before I get to like the good part with the sauce. Wait, so maybe
so you go back to front? Are you kidding? I've never seen you do that.
Well, no, I don't go the whole back. I don't eat the whole crust because I need to hold on to it.
You'll have a piece of pizza and you'll go.
Yeah, I eat the corners and then
that's all right. But I just like I would do that, but it's just not it's not socially acceptable to do.
What? Yeah, I do it.
My voice cracked again.
People who aren't self-aware. Kyle gets very.
I mean, I think everyone agrees on that one.
I think Kyle and I we can both agree. We feel like we are pretty self-aware, and we know when someone is annoyed with us, or like we know when we do something that is like obnoxious or whatever. But some people just have no knowledge of that.
Some people don't know when to stop talking, or when I'm like, if I'm talking to you about something that I can tell you just don't care about, I'm going to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Like some people just keep going and going and going.
I will say.
It's like, it's cool, but like, I don't know. It's just.
That's the worst feeling, though, when you love something and you're passionate about it and you start talking to someone.
And they're just like, yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, cool, man. It's like, dude.
Or they just don't get it, or you can just tell you're being judged and you're just like,
yeah, I'm just going to stop talking
now.
Yeah. Like when you talk to me about baseball. Just kidding.
Everyone likes baseball, right, guys?
People who talk loud when they shouldn't. That's kind of.
I hate that. So on the bus too, there people like if I'm gonna talk to you, like if we're in a public setting, like the bus or walking down the street, I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, bro, and then she like, she hugged me. That was a bad
she hugged me.
Just sick, whatever. Dude. Oh, just people who talk so loud in public. Like if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I don't want other people to listen to it.
Yeah.
And it bugs me when people talk so loud during those conversations where everyone's listening, and then you just feel the people looking at you and they're annoyed with you. And like, I would be annoyed if I heard someone just like talking on the bus really loud.
I mean, I don't mind if someone, like, if I can tell they're on like a business call, or like if they're on some sort of phone call where like they have to, like, they can't whisper, obviously, sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Jordan is still throwing up. That is insane. One of our best friends, Jordan, who's doing the 30 Days of Hell with me, he started throwing up this morning during our workout, which I thought it was because of the workout. Like, it was a really intense workout, and he started puking. But then, like, an hour after I finished the workout, and I heard him puking through his house. I walked up to drop something off, and I walked back to my car, and I just hear from the upstairs bathroom, like, ugh.
Oh. Yeah. Dude, my dorm room freshman year was right next to the bathroom, and I heard it all. I hear people just, people just ripping.
That's probably
in there.
one of the ugliest sounds you can hear. Okay, wait. Can we talk about this? Is random, but how come your own farts don't smell nearly as bad? Sometimes, in a sense, almost even good compared to other people's
wouldn't say my
farts.
I wouldn't be like, oh, that's good. No, I would never say that, but they're all bearable. But there are times where sometimes it's like, damn, I just created that smell. I'm embarrassed.
But you're almost proud in a sense, like, wow.
But you're also afraid about what else is about to happen after that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do scare myself.
Do you ever will you fart in an Uber or with like if you're with someone you don't really know?
Well,
will you squeak one out?
Not in a car. John kept farting in the car on the. That's a pet peeve. You can't fart in the car. It's like just like common courtesy.
You can't hold it in.
Well, if the windows, okay, at least roll a window down. He was like kept rolling the windows up. He wanted to keep it in the car, and now he make this comment about, oh yeah, my farts smell kind of good. He probably just wanted to keep the fart in the car so he could keep smelling it. He's probably getting a high off his own farts. Getting high off his own supply.
No. See, no. Well.
He's not denying it.
I just wanted to piss you off. Like, I don't actually like the smell of. I can stand them though. Like, I could fart in my if I'm by myself, I'll fart in my car and I won't roll the window down because it's just like it'll go away after a while.
I will, but
and I just was trying to piss you off.
Okay,
so.
But if you fart in your car and the windows are closed, it's gonna stay in there in some way, shape, or form.
Not forever. For like 10 minutes maybe.
But it sinks into your seats. I have a theory that if you keep doing that, if you keep ripping in your car. That's like people who like smoke in their car. It stays in their car. If you're ripping in your car, it's staying in your car.
Just imagine like you go to buy a used car and instead of it smelling like smoke, it just smells like
just
fart.
Some guy that had IBS before you. Would that be worse than having a car that smells like cigarettes?
Honestly, I'd rather have a car that smells like cigarettes. All right, the next one is when someone likes something that not everyone wants to do and doesn't understand that the other people don't like it.
Kind of goes along with self-aware. But
yeah.
Also, there are people that are like, how could you not like what I like?
Yeah. Like when I was first gonna go to college, there was people that were trying to tell me like, oh bro, you totally gotta join a frat. Like you're totally gonna regret it. Like all the cool people are in frats. Like
you're not gonna have a social life if you're not in a frat.
Yeah, like no
like
thanks.
Cool if you're in a frat, that's great. Like awesome.
Yeah.
Like
I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't have to be in one. Just because you want to be in one doesn't mean I have to be in one.
Yeah, and I feel like we're both pretty aware of like, just because I like basketball doesn't mean someone else is gonna like basketball. Just because you like baseball doesn't mean I'm gonna like baseball.
Yeah.
You know?
And neither of us are in school.
Wait, what?
Like neither of us are in school. Like just because we're our age right now doesn't mean we have to be going to school.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like there's people that are like,
like,
oh, you're not in college. Like,
yeah,
what a failure.
Yeah, that's what's like really annoying is like people instantly have this idea of like if you say like, oh, I'm not going to school anymore, they're like, oh, yeah, this guy.
Like, oh, something must be wrong with him, or he's lazy.
Yeah. Which is neither.
Well, I am lazy.
It's not true for either of us. The next one is you said hen. I think you mean when bathrooms don't have fans.
Yeah, that happened a lot when I was in Europe. None of the bathrooms in any of the hotel rooms or even our friend's house didn't have a fan. And so when you shower, you can't see yourself in the mirror.
Oh, see, I have fans. I don't even turn them on when I shower. Like I never do.
So you just let your bathroom get all fogged up?
Yeah, because then you step out, and if you have the fan on, all the fog and the moisture goes away, but it's like it warms the room in a way. So instead of getting out and being really cold,
wet, and then you put your socks on in there, and then it's hard to get your socks on.
I don't get dressed in the bathroom. Do you put your clothes on in the bathroom?
Yeah, you
bring in with a full outfit into the bathroom.
Yeah, I dry myself in the shower, step out of the shower, dry my feet, and then I get dressed.
Okay, wait. Okay, that's different than me, but that's like
I never walk out of the bathroom with just a towel on.
Huh.
I didn't even do that in like my dorms or anything. Really? Even just at home. If I'm home alone, I also like if I'm home alone, I never walk around naked either.
Yeah, I don't do that.
That would be weird.
Yeah, I just I don't know. Not even like in like a socially unacceptable sense or anything. I just genuinely just am like uncomfortable not having something on.
Yeah,
like I prefer
can't even sleep naked.
Yeah, no, like I've tried and it's just not comfortable.
Yeah. You'd think that you'd feel so free, but you just don't.
Yeah, you just don't. Okay, wait. So when you're in the shower, what are your we talked about the shower last episode. This is different. What's your routine for washing? Do you start with like I start with my arms. I do my left arm, then my right arm.
I do shampoo first.
Oh, really?
I start with shampoo and I'll leave that in my hair.
Okay.
And then and then I'll get body wash or soap. Are you a body wash guy or are you a bar or soap guy?
I do both. I feel a lot of people think bars of soaps are like disgusting and like not sanitary.
I do
but
both.
Like, I don't mind them.
I do either one. Yeah. So whatever, soap, whatever, and then I do chest, armpits,
the junk,
just
the junk,
this area.
Okay.
And then
the
ass,
the H. Okay.
Yeah, and then to be honest, I don't really feel like I wash my legs that well. Like
really?
Like my shins or. Do you wash the bottom of your feet?
I do. Yeah.
I never do.
Because I feel like dude, especially in the shower, because I feel like the shower floor is so gross.
That makes sense.
People pee in the shower.
But
you got pissy feet.
You pee in the shower?
Yeah, I do.
Every time.
Everyone does.
It's good for the environment.
Is it?
Well,
because you're already wasting water. Okay, how come they fill toilet bowls with so much water?
Well,
I don't understand.
The toilet. I don't know if you've flushed at my house before, but we have like a.
There's two different buttons.
Yeah, that's like a new thing. It's popular in Europe. I think it's becoming more popular here.
Yeah.
Instead of just like one big flush.
Yeah.
I had an environmental teacher that said that she put a brick in the top of her toilet to like take up space, so put in less water. So then when you take a dump, you take the brick out, and so it gives you more water.
Oh, I thought she just shits on the brick.
No, not in like the bowl. It's in like the tank where like the water fills.
Oh, where it like
she's just like, why is there a brick in your toilet?
Don't worry about it. Just do your business.
If you want to reach in, take it out if you're taking a dump.
Your hand's all gross with toilet water.
Ew.
Okay, if you're gonna drop your phone in a toilet full of piss, would you reach down and grab it to try and save it?
If there was shit, I'd grab it too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, this one Kyle's very passionate about. When I know for a fact that I'm right about something and someone won't believe me or admit they're wrong.
Yes. I know you do this on purpose. If I know I'm right about something and you know you're wrong and you just refuse to admit it, even if I know you're trying to bug me, it's still that's one of my biggest pet peeves. My sister does it all the time.
He gets so easily triggered. I'll be like I'm trying to think of an example, but I'll be like, yeah, like I definitely think a 60-year-old could play in the NBA.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, like they couldn't. Their bodies are falling. And he'd give all this reasoning. I'll be like, no, you're wrong.
And then I know you know you're wrong, and I know I'm right.
But I just won't admit it.
Yeah. That bugs me. But even people that don't try to piss you off, if there's people that like are so sure about something, but I know they're wrong, I'm never just gonna be like, yeah, man, sure. Like it's hard for me to let that go.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to not prove them wrong.
Yeah. If there's people that you don't know that well, like if they're not immediate siblings or family members, and you overhear people talking, if they're just like, I don't know, let's say they're extended family where you're kind of close with your cousins but not super close, and they're talking about something and they're totally wrong, will you butt in and be like, whoa? Or will you just let it happen?
Well, if it's like my cousins, yeah. If it's something, well, I don't know. If it's like strangers walking down the street, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Unless it was something that I was really passionate about for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like at Mariners games, it's hard for me to not turn around and just destroy people.
People talking behind you, like
people are like, yeah, like I think I think he should throw it to second base here. No, he shouldn't. You're like, why didn't that pitcher throw a strike? Well, he tried to throw a ball on purpose. It's no 2 count. Yeah, that bugs me when people try to, when people try to talk about something that they don't actually know about.
Yeah. Okay. See, I don't really get too triggered by that, but I could see how that's annoying. The next one, when people say "guess what" and expect you to actually guess.
That's so annoying. Like, what am I supposed to guess? What? No, guess.
It could be literally anything.
Can I get a hint? No hint.
Just guess.
Not gonna guess. You can just tell me, or I'll just let it go.
But I feel like no one actually. I've never experienced someone who actually wants me to guess before.
There's people that do that.
Really?
Sometimes they'll do it to be annoying, but like, there's people that sometimes they'll give you one guess, and if you're completely wrong, they'll tell you. But if I have to guess, I'm not gonna guess.
Yeah. I wonder if there's people who are like, guess what, and you guess and you get it wrong, and they just like make you keep guessing.
Guess who I just saw? John. No, I'm not gonna keep guessing. Another one that I noticed a lot on the drive is if I let somebody in my lane, like when I'm driving, or if I let somebody go and they don't give you a courtesy wave.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. I always give courtesy waves. Just if someone lets me in, I'll give them like this behind them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Or like when I'm crossing the street. when people cross a crosswalk and don't hurry across it, they just casually like walk as slow as they can. That's annoying.
Yeah. I mean, they have the right to do that, but
they do. But like,
it is annoying.
When I walk, or maybe even just like the last 5 steps, I'll put a little kick in my.
Just a little like.
Yeah,
like get to the sidewalk just to
make
show
it look like I'm trying to.
Yeah, to show some effort there.
Yeah,
people appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, but like if you're coming up to a crosswalk and there's someone on the side, if they don't like give you like thank you.
Oh yeah, like thanks for
stopping.
Yeah, that's annoying.
But also if you're at the crosswalk and then some douchebag drives right through, and then you're just like, I was supposed to walk.
Oh, like you were allowed to walk, but they took like a free ride or whatever.
Yeah. That's annoying. Just bad drivers in general.
All right, random question for you, unrelated to any of those other things. When you go to sleep, do you ever put your hands on your balls?
Yeah.
It's such a comfortable position.
Yeah.
And like I feel like people don't ever talk about that or act like they don't do it, but it's so warm. That's like the warmest part of your body. You just reach down and just cradle.
What sucks is when your hands are cold.
Ooh.
And it's like it feels good, but it also feels bad.
Yeah. Will you use your balls to warm your hands?
Sometimes, but it's like not really, because I'd rather do like I'll do this
in the
before
armpits.
Or like this. My hands are cold right now, so like this doesn't feel great on the inside of my arms.
Yeah. But I just noticed the other night, like I have boxes on, but it's just such a natural position. You just instantly go hand on the balls.
Mm-hmm.
Lay in bed, hand on the balls.
Yeah.
But it's not there the whole time. Like it's there until I get like warm and cozy, and then I go to my natural coffin position.
Yeah. I used to sleep with one arm. Like I used to sleep in a weird position, like on my side with.
Oh my goodness.
Phone's ringing. You still have a
That's
home
the first time this has happened.
Why do you have a home phone?
I don't know. Should I go end it? All right, I'm going to go end it. You can talk to the fans about whatever you want.
Hey, guys. So what I was going to say here is when I used to sleep, I used to put my arm under my pillow and lay on it, and like this, laying on my arm. But then my shoulder popped out one time when I was doing that, so now I can't do that anymore.
Wait, you dislocated your shoulder?
Yeah,
popped out.
Reaching under my shoulder. Or reaching under my pillow.
Oh, you have a bad shoulder.
Yeah, I've dislocated my shoulder like
a bunch of times.
5 to 10 times.
Yeah.
Just mostly doing dumb things. One time I was laying like this and it just popped out.
What?
That was the first time it popped out. It was the worst pain ever.
Get surgery or something.
Another time was I was trying to like block a shot.
Does it go right back in, or do you have to pull it?
It's never. I've never had to put it back in. Like it usually, I catch myself and it kind of like I have to, like I'll feel it and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
what? It's one of the worst feelings ever.
Does it hurt like for a while after that happens?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I
it
can't
feels like
imagine.
Yeah. And then another time I was putting my shirt on. That was the worst. I was putting my shirt on. I was stuck up here and I was like, oh no.
That reminded me, in our car ride on our road trip again, Kyle had a cramp in his neck as he was driving and like started like swerving the car. I was like, oh my God, ow, ow, ow.
I forget. I was like trying to like itch my lower back and then somehow I got a cramp in my neck. It's probably because I wasn't drinking enough water because I was trying to not pee. And I had the worst cramp in my neck and I was like trying to like massage my neck and drive. I was going like 80. Almost crashed.
What was I going to say? Oh, you know that in the Seahawks game, the guy that his ankle like went the wrong way.
Ew, yeah.
He didn't break it.
Yeah, he dislocated it.
That's so weird because I thought for sure that thing was broken.
Oh,
those are the worst when they replay like a snapped bone over.
Yeah,
people who can watch those or like almost enjoy watching
Dude,
those.
check out this leg break.
Yeah, I'm like, you're a weirdo.
I look up like leg break compilations on YouTube. I did that once and I was like, I felt like an awful person looking.
I want to like throw up after that.
Yeah.
All right, this next one. Does your dick get smaller after? I have a list of situations here, and I want you to tell me.
Does my dick get smaller?
If your dick gets smaller, yeah. Does your dick get smaller if?
Yes, it's always small. What?
After you swim.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Because I feel like a lot of these are common things, but I don't know. I just feel like no one ever addresses
guy
these.
that gets out of the pool
like a schlong.
Yeah. it's gonna be compact and like close to your body.
Yeah, because it's cold.
Yeah,
and that's natural.
Same with your balls too.
Yeah.
Gonna be
balls are tight and your wiener. Yep.
It's all like hip. It's up there.
Does your dick get small after you wear compression shorts?
Yeah.
Usually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't really elaborate. Yeah, it does.
Okay. Have an intense workout. Like after you have an intense workout and you go to take a shower, is your dick smaller than normal?
Well, I would be wearing compression shorts.
Always?
You work out in boxers?
Yeah, all the time. I have one pair of compression shorts. I wear them like once a week.
I have like 4 or 5. Dude, what?
Yeah, I don't mind working out in boxers. What's wrong with that?
Chafe?
I don't chafe.
Me neither, but I might.
How is that an issue?
I have chafed before. I chafed. When did I chafe? I was just like, this is a good story.
When did I chafe?
I did chafe one, like between my thighs. It was awful, dude.
I thought you had to be like fat to chafe.
Maybe it wasn't between my thighs. I did chafe one time. I know I did. I think it was because for some reason I do. I walk with my legs close together. So like when I walk with like jeans on, see, my mom. Okay, I'm going all over the place right
Okay.
now. I'm gonna start over.
Okay,
so,
tell me.
So I walk with my legs pretty close together.
Okay.
And so when I wear jeans or like pants, like I'm the guy with the sweatpants who's like, you know, like
you can like hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, here you can hear me walking through. And so because of that, I don't have a lot of hair on the inside of my legs.
Okay.
So like the inside of my legs are basically bald, if you can see that.
Wait, you chafed off the hair on the inside of your leg?
I don't know, but there's no hair. Like, look,
that
I
might
have
just
hair
be like
here,
hereditary.
Here.
I don't
Why
think
would
it's
not. Well, I do, but that's how I. But like that, my mom thinks that's why.
That's so random.
Like just with baseball pants on or something, like long pants.
Oh my god.
Where was I going with this? Anyways, so I walk with my legs close together. So I did chafe once, and it sucked. That's all.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
Okay, I've never chafed. I've never really experienced. I get the idea because like
I think you're gonna chafe at some point when you're running.
If I don't wear compression shorts.
No, just anywhere.
I go on long runs with boxers and it's fine. My legs are.
You run with boxers on?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I do.
Dude.
I'll work out. I'll lift. I'll run. I'll run for 8 miles with boxers on. Oh.
Did you buy the stuff that my mom was telling you to get at the running store to make you not chafe? Did you buy that stuff?
No.
No, you didn't.
What is it? There's stuff to.
I'm not really sure, but
she
said
just baby powder. I know people just use baby powder.
Well,
usually.
that might work, but I don't know. It's a specific stuff. I think I didn't open it. It might be like deodorant, sorta, but you just kind of rub it on the area.
Is chafing just like a blister, basically, or it's
just like
your skin rubbing together?
Yeah, rubbing together, and it just feels like a rat. Like it just stings. So like, I've never had my nipples chafe, but like that would
shave. Oh, chafe. I've never had my nipples.
Never
shaved.
shaved my nipples either. Actually, no, I haven't. Well, yeah, I have some nipple hair. Anyways,
where are we going with this?
Well, so my mom was saying that because my mom's run marathons before.
Yeah.
And she said even if you don't think you're gonna chafe, she said at some point you're gonna chafe.
that
we can cut this out.
No, this is good. This is good. It's just I don't really know what to say because I've never chafed before. Well, so why would I chafe now?
Just I don't know. Just think about running race? For so long. It could be under your arms. It could be your nipples. I think nipples.
Just on my shirt.
They
really do that.
This.
Oh my god.
Just over.
That's
over.
crazy.
This.
They should have compression shirts. They do have compression shirts. They're like the Under Armour.
Still, like have you seen The Office when Andy has to have those big things, cotton balls on his nipples? God damn it, Kevin.
Okay, let's finish out this. Does your dick get small when? We've had a lot of dick in this episode.
A whole bunch of dick.
Whole bunch of dick.
A whole bunch of pee.
Does your dick get small when it's freezing cold outside?
Duh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if I'm like
get bigger,
but like it won't. If I'm just walking outside, it won't. But if I'm like playing outside for an extended period of time,
if I'm playing basketball outside or something,
it's weird. It's usually if you break a sweat. I feel like if I'm just walking to class and it's cold, I don't feel. Well, I don't know if I can even feel a noticeable difference usually.
Well, I usually don't feel my dick if I'm in class.
Well, I mean, but you can't sense if your dick has gotten any smaller. From the cold,
it happens
unless you feel it.
I know, but sometimes you just don't notice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're agreeing here.
Okay.
We're on the same page.
All right, for sure.
For sure. Okay. That's probably enough dick. So we're going to move on. All right. So we're going to wrap this episode up kind of discussing a theory that I have. I have had this theory for a very long time, and I want to share it with the world now. And Kyle and all of my friends and all of my family absolutely hate this theory. And think
I have a strong opinion about his theory.
Yeah. So so do I, though. So we can debate this. So I genuinely believe, against all philosophy or physics textbooks or any knowledge from any professional ever, there's this thing called object permanence in philosophy and physics, or physics. One of those. I think physics
has a P in it.
It has a P.
Psychology.
But there's object permanence, which is the idea that when you leave or when one thing remains the same even when you're not there, like that this candle holder thingy will still be a candle holder thingy for as long as it is until it's like broken or destroyed or whatever. I think that's the gist of it.
So like if I'm not looking at something, it's not there.
No. So like object permanence is the idea that things are there and do exist even when you can't see them, that they're the same as they are.
So you think that's wrong?
So I think that's wrong. Well, I don't necessarily think it's wrong. I just feel like there's no way to prove that.
You want to prove it right now?
No, stop.
Right.
Stop. So wait. Let me. You can do it in a second.
Okay.
So my theory is that when you can't see things, I think they like don't exist anymore for you personally in your own like personal dimension. So I think I think that when you turn to see something, it like renders into existence, like in a video game. So for example, I think Kyle's house, which is in Seattle, I think that for me and you right now at this moment is not there. But I'm saying when you go there, it probably will be there. It most likely will be there
it'll be there.
when you drive there, it'll most likely be there. But I think there's no way to like disprove that there is a possibility that you could just drive there one day and like it's not there.
Well, has that ever happened to anyone?
Not yet, but I'm saying you can, there's like,
you've no evidence.
Yeah, but I'm saying, how are you going to prove that your house is there? How are you right this moment going to prove that your house is there right now?
I'll prove something right now. Okay. So you guys can see me and you guys can see John.
Okay. So if you're listening, Kyle just turned around facing away from the table.
I can't see John right now. Okay. But John's here. You guys can see John.
How do you know?
I hear you.
How do you know my physical body is here?
Touch my hand.
Okay.
I feel you. My hand's kind of sweaty. Sorry. See, I just proved that John is there without looking at him.
No, you felt my hand.
Which is you.
But I'm saying you had the sense of touch. You had the sense of touching my hand, but you don't have proof that my body in this form is here. Like, you could feel my hand and have the sense of touch of the hand, but I'm saying
I could feel your whole body, which I don't want to do, by the way. I could feel your whole body and prove that your whole body is there.
But it's just the sense of touch. It's not like what if you touch me and I don't look that way because it's not rendered into your own dimension.
Unfortunately, I think you look the way that you do. I think that's not going to change.
Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, well, you just touched me, which is okay. Maybe that breaks.
You just touched me.
But okay, let's say your house. How can you to me right now prove that your house is there?
Because I could drive to my house and
you could drive there and see it once it comes into your field of view. But when you're not looking at it, how
I could FaceTime my house. If someone was outside someone was outside my house, I could FaceTime them and they could show me my house.
That's what I'm saying. Then it would be there. Once that person clicks accept and the camera turns on, then it exists then for you, because then you can see it. But I'm saying when you can't see it, you can't tell me your house is there right now for a 100. I agree that it'll be there when you drive there, most likely. But I'm saying
it would be
for 100% positivity, you
yes,
cannot
100%.
Prove to me that your house is there. Right now.
Does anyone else think this is the dumbest thing they've ever heard?
Okay, please, if you're listening all the way through, which probably not a lot of you are, because we're not going to have that many listeners yet.
God damn.
But if you,
bummer for you that you had to listen to this dumb theory.
I need everyone listening right now to leave a comment if they agree or disagree with me. And even if there's just one person that agrees with what I'm saying, I'll be happy.
If you have one dumb follower, that's cool. I think I have more followers here on this. Okay, never mind. That doesn't make sense.
I think there are some people that I've had people that are like, I understand your viewpoint, like I get what you're saying, and they like consider it like, yeah, that might be a possibility, but I don't think that's true.
Who's told you this?
Well, like a lot.
Like people that you barely know, people that just back to what we were talking about earlier. They're like, all right, I don't really want to even try to argue with this
so
guy.
They just like pretend to agree.
Like, yeah, dude, for sure.
No, but like I've had people that are like, I don't necessarily agree, but I understand where you're coming from. But you, on the other hand, are just like, nah, you're wrong.
Yeah, because you are,
dude. But like, see, they're just running in circles now.
It's okay. I mean, I know that I'm right at the end of the day. So.
But do you understand?
I do that.
Do you at least understand where I'm coming from? Do you understand the idea behind it?
I do.
Okay.
But I just don't believe it.
Do you think it? You don't believe it, but do you think there's any aspect of it that could be remotely true? Or you just think it's like totally just wrong maybe. In all ways?
I guess. Like I don't.
There it is. See?
I don't know. I guess that's a yes for him.
Okay. Well, with that, I think that's all we have for this week. Unless you have anything else.
No, I think we should just cut it off here. Stop it while we can.
That was a good ending. That was a great way to end the show. Thank you guys all so much for watching this week's episode of Peak to Middle School. This is the 3rd episode. We launched last week. 2 episodes every single week for the entire year.
Monday and Thursday. And then on my personal channel, The Narwhal, there will be a video every Wednesday. So sometimes you'll see this beautiful face.
Yeah, probably in a lot of those videos. So if you guys like what we do here and you want to check it out more and show us some love, go check out The Narwhal. I'm kind of trying to use both those channels to help grow each other and have a really cool fan base. So, Kyle, where can they follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter, kstaff36, or Instagram, KyleStafford36.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at HeyNarwhal. And that's it. Well,
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.